Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for January 7th, 8th, and 9th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, I'm going to use my decks. Okay, for the main readings, I'm going to use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I'm going to pull one from my Colette Baron Reed cards. Also, too, I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for the overview, the introduction, we're going to go back to Radley Valentine, my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and we'll pull one from my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job, just deliver the message. So, yes, there's been a lot of changes in my life in the last 3-4 months. So, just want you to bear with me. Some of you know what those changes have been. They've been very exciting and loving changes, but they still have been changes, and they've been keeping me quite busy. Now, I have been feeling very much, even though I was looking astrologically, well, we got some stuff going on, but not necessarily a lot of bing, bing, bings. Not a lot of, it's just kind of like in a pattern, in a standoff type of energy up there in the universe. However, when I was doing my meditation, praying, whatever you want to call it, I was getting a lot of supernatural energies that was extremely busy. It was almost like a train terminal or an airport terminal, something like that. It was like, flights coming and going, people, or I shouldn't say people, energies, golden energies, silver energies, just, kind of swirling around. And it was just very, very busy. Now, what does that mean? Whenever I see terminal type of energies, it could be that we might be hearing more about more people passing to the next level. It could also be a lot of ascension energy happening for the people that are here. A lot, because we have been, you are brought here, we're brought together because we are of the light, and it's not easy to stay in the light. It's not. There is so much dark energy, and I do not have my glasses around, but we'll continue. There's so much dark energy around us, and we are the flickers. A lot of us are the anchors in this world, in this universe. Okay, so we had some cards already flop out, whatever I want to say. Okay, so we've got these are the 3 cards, and again, I do not have my glasses. I left them in the other room, but I will have them for the readings. So we have a number 1. Okay, these are major arcana cards. We have the Magician, we have Justice, we have the Ace of Raphael. So the Magician, number 1, and the numbers have strong meanings. We need to remember them. We need to look them up. You can, in search browser, like right now, there's a 181. You can put that in, and angel numbers behind it, gematria. There's little ways of interpreting. There's a lot of little ways to interpret numbers. Also meditate in, your intuitiveness, your intuition in itself. But the Magician, number 1, new start, new beginnings, Archangel Raziel. The Magician connects with that higher power. The Magician receives a lot of its resources or her resources from higher power. The Magician says everything is ready. We have what we need. Things, we just need to have faith. We need to believe. We need to put this out. Now, we have a lot of Aquarius energy right now, and that's an air sign, and I am really a big believer in speaking things out, putting it into the universe, keeping it positive, putting the positive out. We are in that new moon to that full moon energy, so there is a lot that we want to request. So something for this weekend is very much that there can be some major activation, major changes being put out there. We need to really stay positive. The Magician is bold. The Magician does not tread in fear, does not live in fear. The Magician throws out his light, and also, too, there's kind of an orby type of energy here. So now, let's see if I can read this. Okay, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful, beginnings. So there could be some major changes. Like I said, in that supernatural realm, there just seemed a lot of activity, a lot of, and I don't know if that's just, it felt busier than normal, okay? Now, we have an 8. 8 has, oh, and this is our, okay, Raziel, and this is Raguel. 8 has unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. It is the number of, if you think of it this way, infinity, infinite, okay? Justice has a legal energy to it. Justice also has a karmic energy. We are about to go into Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is in Aquarius, but we are going to go into retrograde. I think that's around the 14th, 15th. I think right around then. So we are in that shadow right now. And again, Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year. It is a very fast energy, very fast planetary movement. And, and what happens is it appears to go retrograde, okay? It's an appearance. Now, again, Mercury is in Gemini, so there is a lot of communications. Mercury is about communications, also electronics. And I do have a lot of karmic energy here too. So, that Saturn in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius going retrograde, anything could be possible. Anything could be happening, so just be aware there is a lot of karmic energy when Mercury goes retrograde, okay? And justice could bring about a lot of karmic rightness. Now, is that rightness in what we think should happen? I can't really tell you that. But maybe to that supernatural realm, it's kind of like balancing those scales, making things, balancing and putting things into a better perspective. Okay. So, fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. And now we come to the Ace of Raphael. Now, Ace, number 1 again. So we have that 1 energy again. Raphael is our water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid and emotional energy. Okay, so things are happening. Now, when is this full moon in Cancer? I think the full moon is in Cancer. Let me double check on that because I don't want to, I don't want to tell you something and it not be true. But I think it's in Cancer this time around. Oh my goodness, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Let's go on in here just for me to take a look. Now I could be wrong, which I'm not going to say I'm not. But the full moon, where are you, full moon? The full moon, yes, the full moon will be January 17th, and it will be in Cancer, so I do think that that has some real strong energy, and it will go into, the full moon will be the 17th, so 117, 6:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, full moon energy, Cancer, fluid, emotional. There is a new emotional wave happening. It's something that really, it's a new spirit. It's a new, like, oh my gosh, there's something that's very, with the Ace of Raphael has a lot of positivity, but it's very emotional. So as we go into Mercury retrograde and as we go into that new moon, be aware that our emotions can be very, very engaged. So Mercury retrograde again, Mercury entered Aquarius on the 2nd, and it goes retrograde on the 14th. So, so there is this very strong emotional new experiences going on with this. Okay. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So things, considering we have the major arcanas, the Archangel Power Tarot cards, and then we have this with the, fulfilling spiritual insights, right? There is going to be a very strong connection with that spiritual world. Like I said, there is the, I do feel like the spiritual world, the metaphysical world is extremely, extremely busy. Things are happening. A lot of times that's behind, it's the behind the scenes, the moon type of energy. So there could be a lot of connections this weekend for many, many people. And that can, while things are kind of getting themselves in a very strong place, it can be very overwhelming too. Now, Out of my Colette Baron read, The Good Tarot, comes the Queen of Water. The Queen of Water. Now, royalty, queen. Queen's underlying energy is water again. So this is water, water. This is water also. The queen is very, connected. The queen is kind of almost a little bit too involved and a little bit too emotionally connected. However, the queen feels things very, very deeply, wants things to be better, wants things better for her family, for the people that she loves, the people that she rules. So I do feel that while we have this very major arcana stuff happening, I do feel this could be a very emotionally unsettling weekend for everyone. But it is something that purges us. It's something that pulls out some of that darker energy even from ourselves. Now, we are humans. Humans have that dark energy. It's part of our nature, part of our DNA. But it is looking at that, and it's looking at that, and I do feel that there's going to be some purging of that maybe. So if you're crying a lot this weekend, if you're just feeling things very deeply, know that something is going on in the spiritual. Things are being cleared out. The energies are clearing up, but it's still emotionally unsettling. Okay? But so it's kind of like the good news, and the bad. Good news is things are happening in that spiritual. The good news, again, things are clearing up, things are being made better. However, the bad, if this is bad, it's just going to be very unsettling, very emotional, very kind of like, when you just have that major kind of that meltdown energy, and then when you're all done with it, you say, now I can go on. Now I can go on. That's this type of weekend. Overview. Let's see now, as I start, let's go and see what the individual sign energies will be. Okay? Okay. Hello, my Aries. How are you? Yep. Jupiter, Pisces, Aries, Pisces, Aries. So get ready. I'm not saying it's easy. I don't think that this year is going to be easy for any of the fire signs, but I do think that it's going to be very worthwhile. And I do think that you're going to be able to look back, and I'm hoping I feel that you're going to be able to look back and say, okay, I did well. But also to remember, thank higher power for any partnership and all partnership, okay? So let's see. But this weekend, I do feel that this is going to be a continuing of your accomplishments, a continuing of your stepping stones. I think it's more that, okay? You have been going through mile markers, and this is going to be another one for you. Anyway, 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards. First 2 are reversed. Here we go. First card. 6 of water. 6, number of man. The effort you put into it. Water is, I talk about in the intro, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The 6 of water is nostalgia. The 6 of water is looking back. The 6 of water is kind of realizing how you came to your place. I kind of feel like this is definitely a continuation of one of your past readings in the last 1 or 2 readings. It just feels like there's a lot of delving. There's a lot of deep sea fishing, deep cleaning, deep, looking in and seeing what part did I play? Where did I play? How did this all get so, in many ways, some things out of hand, and in many ways, so many blessings. So there's this really deep, this very spiritual weekend coming for you. Really, when this is all happening, it can be very harsh, just because it pulls up a lot of emotions. So make sure you're hand in hand with your guardian angels, or your source, spirit guide, whoever that is for you. Next card is the 2 of fire. So we have a 6-2. 2s are partnerships. 2s are also choices. Which way do I go? Crossroads. Fire is your energy. It is also Leo and Sagittarius. There is things moving for you. Now, again, too, sometimes you have to look at your history to know how to go forward. So, remember, if you don't learn from history, you repeat your mistakes. So this is that weekend to kind of like, you'll find yourself at a point that you're like, I feel like this is deja vu. I feel like I've been here before. I feel like I'm being given a second chance on something. And now that's why I think that Six of Water. You have to look back and say, what can I do differently? I need to learn from my own history, okay? But it's kind of like there's karma going on. There's a lot of things, and it's like, what can I learn? What can I learn from my past? Not, and this is going to take you from being from the victim mentality into more of the ownership mentality. What did I do? What did I do to contribute to some of the mistakes? Instead of what did they do, it's going to be what did I do? How can I make things different? But doing that creates so many wonderful opportunities for you, okay? So you've come into your own, new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. Your last card, the Four of Fire. So you have a 6, 2, 4, 4, stability, organization, leadership. This is culmination. This is celebration. This is, things are moving, things that, and again, positive energy, positive movement, positive choices. But again, it all goes back to learning from your mistakes, learning from what you did, what I did. It's about the I and not about the them. Okay. But then, but by doing this, this is really strong stepping up ascension. And many of the signs are having a lot of the ascension energies. Well, everybody is to some extent. Some little pieces, some big pieces, some big jumps, small jumps. This feels big. This feels big. So feel like, be aware if you're feeling like you're being really stretched and you're not quite sure why. It's kind of like having your shoes are too small or it's kind of like, my belt, my belt on my pants. I haven't gained weight, but yet I need to loosen it a little bit. It just feels like you are stretched and you are growing, okay? Spiritually, not physically, though we did just have the new year. Anyway, contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Things are definitely moving. Again, it's from learning from your history, not from your mistakes, learning from your history. Okay? Because as long as you learn, then they're not necessarily the mistakes. Okay, here we go. Let's see, John Holland, Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. We have that 6 again, reversed, material and spiritual prosperity. This again, Jupiter flipping through back and forth. Pisces, it's going to kind of lay the plans. Aries, it's going to give you the energy to manifest your plans. Okay, so this is going to be a great week for you. It's again, learn from your history and material and spiritual prosperity. There's a really strong coming, like it says, you've come into your own energy this weekend. Okay. Let's see, and I would say that would be the 6 of Fire. I'm a little bit hesitant with my John Holland. Sometimes it's real clear. I think this is the 6 of Fire, which also would be victory. Okay, so let's go on. What crystal or energy for my Aries? And let's see what we've got here. Okay. Reversed. Black Obsidian. I don't have any. I have my tourmaline. Black Obsidian. And you can wear it. They have beautiful bracelets with this. Strength, support during changes, everyday stress relief. It clears negative energy. Love that. Love that. Feel confident. Feel confident. Learn, move on. Okay. My Aries, it's a big weekend for you. Okay, take a moment. You know what to do with those buttons, like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Most importantly, and as always, my Aries, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.